Hey guys, this is Kevin from Phone Surgeons, and today we're taking a look at the Galaxy Note 5. By now I'm sure you've heard of this Pengate issue of sorts. Personally, we think it's being blown a little bit out of proportion, but we can definitely see how it could be an issue, and we've actually had it done to our own Note while we were just trying to get some B-roll footage for this video. Right now we're going to look at how to get this fixed if it happens to you. Of course, before any repair, you're going to want to turn off the device. And here we're going to have a suction cup. Suction cup is going to be placed on the bottom of the phone. Make sure to clean the back of the glass really nicely. Make sure there's no fingerprints. This will make sure you've got a nice adhering surface for that suction cup. Slowly heating the back glass with a heat gun or hairdryer will make it much easier to loosen that adhesive, just enough to be able to get a playing card underneath, which is the only tool we should need to get the back glass off. We really have to advise against using any type of metal tool or blade around the back glass. If you do choose to use a blade, at best you're looking at chips of paint off the back glass. At worst, you could damage or break that back glass completely. Apply more heat if necessary, and gently ease the card around the edge of the phone. The adhesive is just around the edges, it's not in the middle, so it makes it easier to know exactly where to slide the card. Once you maneuver that card around the rest of the phone and lift off that back glass, you'll notice the white adhesive around the edge. If you're careful enough during removal of the glass, you will not need to put down new adhesive to secure the back glass back to your phone. I guess now's a good time as ever to remove that SIM card slot. Go ahead and use a paper clip or the tool included with your Note 5 to remove the SIM card slot from the phone. I've gone ahead and done us all a favor and sped up this next part. We've got 20 Phillips head screws holding the mid frame onto the rest of the phone. Another reason to avoid using a blade or metal tool on the top and bottom of the phone when you're trying to get off that back glass is because you've got these embedded antennas into the frame. If you do damage these or scrape them or cut them, you will need to replace the frame of the phone. Alright, so let's get to the part of the phone that you've been waiting for and that you're probably looking to get fixed, the S Pen. Just to humor ourselves and prove that this indeed is a fix, we're going to go ahead and take out the S Pen and put it in backwards. Do not do this. You will need to get it repaired. But if your S Pen is already stuck, this is the point where you probably are right now. Go ahead once all those screws are removed and press on the white square on the back of the phone. This white square is the back of the battery, and it should just separate the LCD assembly and the board from the frame of that phone from the screws we just removed. This time the S Pen should just fall out because it'll lift out of the slot that the S Pen is kept in. Now that we finally got the S Pen out of the slot, let's go ahead and take a look at why this happened in the first place. With the frame removed and the board exposed, you'll notice we also have easy access to the S Pen slot. As can be seen here, the S Pen goes in just as far incorrectly as it did when we placed it in the correct way. As we take an even closer look, we can see that there's two components that contribute to this problem. There's one lever, and then another white lever closer to the top made of plastic. As the S Pen is inserted incorrectly, you'll notice that it triggers both of the levers, none really giving that much resistance. The damage to the phone isn't caused when you put the S Pen in incorrectly, it's when you try to pull it out when it's already inside the device incorrectly. Not only is the first small black lever the most useful, it's also the most fragile of the two levers found in the S Pen slot. If you break this lever, you will not have access to Air Command or the screen off function found on the Note 5. Please keep in mind that if your pen is stuck, it is stuck on at least the black lever. So please, if you're watching this video to try to find a solution to your problem, do not yank out your S Pen. The white plastic lever toward the top of the S Pen slot is not as serious if damaged. As seen here, it's easily replaceable once you're already inside the device. Once we get that board removed from the device, we can now take a closer look at the bottom side of this lever. As shown here, that small black lever is enclosed into a shielding which is soldered on to the logic board. If you did manage to break this lever, you're definitely going to want to have it looked at by a professional. But hey, that's why we're here. If you did manage to get your S Pen stuck, or you're in need of any other type of repair, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at PhoneSurgeons or at phonesurgeons.com. Until next time.